Welcome back,
Oh,
ladies,
boy.
gentlemen, and my non-binary friends. Have we got a show for you? I am Sharogan, and I have
Oh.
Anti joining
Oh
me.
boy.
Yup. Okay, so
Man!
due to a little bit of a hiccup and a little bit of an emergency, PTP will be unable to play. So we are now having In the Trees facing off against our very own friend or foe staff.
Which apparently we've got a 6-9 record on FOF.
Yep. It is
Mhm,
the nice record that we've got
I see.
for ourselves. Unfortunately, so I was hearing some of the things that I honestly have no idea what kind of a comp we're going to be getting out of FOF because we were seeing some really interesting picks. So just to point it out, in our bot lane for the side of friend or foe, we've got Rap Terror, our own shoutcaster, as well as Kinetic of Xanadu, aka Kyle, and in the mid lane we've got Asim. Now, the question with Asim is going to be, will his mouth be able to cash the checks he's been writing?
Well, who knows? Either way, INT have decided to spell INT with their bans. FOF instead opting for the this doesn't actually spell anything bans. But the Karma and Senna are going to be immediately picked up. Kind of interesting to see what kind of the Ivern ban, because they were talking about playing some Ivern Rengar bot lane or something, crazy like that.
And unfortunately, INT memeing them just takes that away.
Just like that.
Just like that. So I'm really curious. If we look over at the side of In the Trees, we do see that pretty much everybody has gone into some kind of off roll with Broccoli and Boxblood in the bot lane, Kenny in the middle lane, he who slops in the jungle, and Evolve Noob up in that top lane. I'm super excited for seeing all this crazy stuff going down.
Yeah, okay, so we got Senna, Warwick, Karma on FOF, and Elise, Lisa, and Kaisa.
Elise is Thresh. Okay,
Elise
so
is actually Thresh.
That's what we're being told,
I
yeah.
see.
And so it's kind of a basic, really good, strong comp coming out from the side of In the Trees. Meanwhile, on the side of Friend or Foe, we've got a Warwick, Senna, Karma. Not a bad set of pickups. The Senna Karma bot lane is a pretty standard bot lane. It could work out pretty well.
Yeah, but at the
Warwick,
same time,
we don't see a lot of.
At the same time, you can flex the Karma into any of the lanes. Warwick is the only one who's completely set. Senna's going to be in bot lane, but the question is she going to be a fasting Senna or is she going to be a farming Senna?
Exactly, and we see the Blitz
Viego.
Blitz Viego, good bans, because if you're caught out by either of those, you are basically dead.
And there's the EZ from INT.
The easy In the Trees, easy. I think they expect to win this fairly handily, but who knows? We might be seeing something kind of spicy coming out of Friend or Foe.
Okay, so we're getting the Warwick's going to be in the jungle. That's definitely a Volibear top. I doubt that we're going to see the Warwick top. I mean, we could see the Barrier Warwick top. I've seen that craziness in solo queue. We might be seeing it in this exhibition match. We'll have to see though.
We will have to see exactly what ends up coming out here. I do see a lot of really interesting picks coming out. Like, it's just kind of I'm seeing the picks on the side of Friend or Foe. Looks like they went fairly tanky, probably just because they want to be able to survive, get that front line up. On the side of In the Trees, we've got an Urgot coming out. That's going to basically, I think that would essentially shut down any chance of a Warwick top.
Yeah, Teemo.
And Teemo. Okay, so I'm guessing that's a
No
Teemo
way.
support. If that's
Okay.
so
There's yeah.
They did leave the Vladimir open, but we don't have the Vlad coming out. We have instead the Zed.
Yeah, so we got the Zed, a little spicy. But that also means that Lee Sin, like with the Urgot pickup, is almost definitely going to be the jungler. And a final Kale pickup.
Okay, I am actually... Okay, so we're probably going to have the Karma Senna bot lane. Just a matter of whether or not it's a farming Karma or not. And then we're going to have the Kale...
Fasting Senna farming Karma.
Probably, most likely. And then we have the Kale pickup. It does look like Friend or Foe is like, we're taking this to the late game. We want to pad the schedule out just a little bit, get us some extra viewership.
Yeah, a lot of these champions, like, with the exception of Volibear, a lot of these champions very much just want to scale up. They don't really want to fight too much, but we'll see how this goes.
All right, and with that, let's go ahead and hop onto the Rift and get going.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, if that's an Urgot jungle, I'm going to... Okay, it's not an Urgot jungle. It is an Urgot top. I half expected to see the Urgot jungle Lee Sin top, but we're not getting something that crazy.
We're not getting something that crazy. It does look like we're just doing a straight ARAM mid right now coming out from the side of INT as they just run it down.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a 5v5.
This is going to be a huge fight.
Baby.
Baby, it looks like friend or foes are the ones who've been caught out. Oh, the evolved noob just shot off, doesn't quite get it. That's gonna be a jump in on the Urgot, lift over, and here comes the first blood. Raptor goes down, first blood going over to the Thresh. Look at this, it's just gonna be a free for all. Wolf trying to do something, not quite able to. He who slaps takes him down. That is 2 kills already for the side of In the Trees, but it's 1 kill for friend or foe as well as we have He who slaps continuing the chase. Karma getting caught by the Thresh hook. Kinetic of Xanadu getting bursted down as he goes down to the Kenny Hammer Spike.
Well, what a start.
Let's go. I do have to say that don't let it ever be said that Friend or Foe does not know how to put on a show.
Yeah, somehow, 4 out of the 5 flashes on INT burned, and that's, what, 8 out of the 10 summoner spells on INT burned.
Exactly. All right, so now we're just probably going to start things off a little bit calmly. We're going to have the bot side, top side clear coming out from He Who Slaps, looking for that gank in the top lane, shutting down that Volibear, keeping him from becoming a champion in the late game. Asem in the mid lane with that Kale, probably going for that late game scaling. It's going to be really tough into a Zed, I think, especially until they hit level 6.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Kale versus Zed, honestly... Oh, hook here.
Oh, that was a nice hook. Kinetic having to flash out. Didn't flash earlier, so still had that available. The Ignite is still available. Raptor getting a soul, doing a decent amount of damage, but is still... Looks like we're going for a Fasting Senna build on this one.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that Karma still managed to have her flash after all that.
I feel like it was one of those situations where they just didn't use it because they knew something bad. Oh, flash coming out from Bow Explode as he jumps in onto the Kenny Hammer, so he gets the flay, gets the hook. Raptor is trying to do what he can to keep him alive, just isn't quite able to. Doesn't manage to do a lot of damage to Brock Lee as he just does not have that yet. He's getting flayed backward, not respecting the Thresh damage. Ooh, nasty.
Oh boy, Asem.
And we're in the mid lane. We've got, I think this is going to be one of those games. Woof has gone in. He is jumping in on the Bow Explode. We've got a lot of damage coming out. The Fear comes out. That is going to be a kill as he goes down. Brock Lee, Woof is saying a little bit later, gets the flash up to get out of range. And a double kill going over to BBZ's Woof.
Not even just 100% KP. 100% of the kills are on Woof.
And I love that Woof is Warwick. Like, I love it. I love it. He's just that just best doggo. Best doggo.
What was having some fun here?
Definitely. Right now, R2D289 is just kind of doing his work in the top lane. Let's see, Kenner Hammerspike taking a decent amount of damage. I feel like, so here's the thing. Asem has been talking a lot. He's been given a lot of strats. Oh, but it looks like Wolf has been caught out. He Who Slaps does get feared.
No flash.
We've got R2D289. There is no flash available. This is R2D2 trying to escape, but is not quite able to. Does manage to save his Warwick, keeping that him from going down, though. And in the bot lane, I think we're going to have to trade off these shout casting, because look at Kenny Hammerspike taking so much damage, Kinetic taking a lot of damage as Bow Explode just shreds right through him.
3 deaths in 4 minutes. This is oh boy.
3 deaths. I think you mean 9 kills in 4 minutes. That's 2 kills a minute, my friend.
Oh lord. It just never ends.
It's never going to end, and unfortunately, FOF wants to go for that late game scale. You're not going to be able to do that if you keep feeding kills to INT.
Yeah, you know, R2D2 is just gonna chill in the top lane, picking up that farm. Asem having some nice trades back and forth. But, you know, by retaining the teleport, should be fine. Shouldn't really be in any position to, like, die here.
He does have to be really careful, though. Zed is almost level 6. Once that happens, he's at a low enough health point that he could very easily be bursted down. Like, just look at that. He has no mana.
Scorch on Zed?
It is Electrocute, and it might be Scorch as well on top of that. Nice stun coming out, but it's not going to be enough as Evolve Noob does manage to run away. We do R2D2 89 doing a decent job keeping Evolve Noob from getting fully ahead. He's staying about even in farm. Then in the meantime, in this bot lane, it's just going so rough. Look at that. Nice root coming down. Raptor getting a lot of damage out. He's not quite able to do it, though. It looks like we got the He Who Slobs here. He's going to just end that. Oh, that is so painful. Kinetic is not close enough to get a Q off as well. That is going to be He Who Slobs taking him down.
Oh my god, and the flash was coming up in 1 second. It's a tragedy.
Oh, man. You hate to see it. You hate to see him get away with 10 HP.
It does happen, but, you know, sometimes we just gotta accept it and move on.
Exactly. He Who Slops currently just going to go ahead and take that Drake. There's nothing that FOF can do to respond. BBZ Woof Woof has decided to go for the that right there. The Wolves is that was a great Thresh Lantern. There's the ultimate, the Death Mark coming out from Zed. The hook coming out as well. We've got Bow Explode going in on R2D2 89. We've got the shield coming down. We've got the Kale ulti coming down to get himself a kill as Asum picks it up. And it looks like we've got a fight continuing right here. Asum just kind of getting some shots over the wall. He is going to be 2v1ing here right now. That is a ulti coming out as he is now speared by Evolved Noob, and he's just trying to wait out that timer. Does manage to do it. He does not have the mana as he walks straight into He Who Slops and gets taken down.
Yeah, that's... Oh my god, that all started with Wolf just happening to see Thresh while taking Wolves. And all of a sudden, we've got a 3v3.
Exactly. I feel like that's just how this game is going to be played. Wolf Wolf is almost level 6. He's not quite there yet. He just needs probably just a little bit, few more minions. So once he does hit 6, he'll be able to get off his and start rooting people in place and getting a little bit more tanky. I honestly think that might be kind of interesting. We'll see if that ends up working out for BBZ's favor, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's 11-4. We're 7 minutes in. We've got quite the game on our hands.
We absolutely do.
Oh,
Bow Explode looking for that hook. Doesn't manage to get it. They decide to go straight in on Broccoli. It's like, oh, he missed. But that is not what you want to be doing this. You're so far down. You do not have the ability to damage this team. So, one of the things I did hear in the chat when they were talking about the bot lane is like, do you play in a... Oh, well, never mind. We'll talk about it here in a second. Wolf Wolf going in, does get hooked. That stops his engage. The nice Senna ulti coming out, getting damage and shields off. That is going to be a kill as the shutdown goes over to Wolf Wolf. Raptor not quite able to get the kill. Wolf Wolf, though, he knows he can go in and get the chomp. Baby. He does! Oh, but we've got a nice dodge by He Who Slops. They're going to just go straight for this, I think, right there. Got a chomp coming off. Got a kick away. Does not actually hit him. Oh, my God. He managed to get the snipe. And he gets the kill. He Who Slops takes him down. We got Kinetic trying to come in and get the Q off. Does not manage to actually hit, though.
Asum
is doing a pretty good job right now. He's only about 5 CS behind. He's got 2 assists. Zed is still ahead, but he's just working on scaling, just working on farm. He's like, I'll get there eventually. It'll be fine.
And, you know, R2D2 is doing a solid job in top lane. Always got that priority. Getting those good trades, and you know, this Kale is scaling up.
Kale is scaling up pretty well. That is a nice ward hop Q jump as He Who Slops does manage to actually hit him. Asum able to escape under tower, though.
Didn't even burn the ulti. No fear.
Didn't burn the ulti. No, well, the ulti just now came off cooldown.
Oh, I see. I thought it was up the whole time.
Not quite. It was very close, but not quite. All right, so we do have Zed and Lee both taking away the Raptors for the side of INT and that top. Looks like they're basically just looking for a gank right there. Warwick is going to notice them, though. He's going to walk straight into it as he just starts getting bursted down. That is going to be a huge amount of damage coming out very quickly. And Asum, unfortunately, just isn't able to respond.
Yeah, I mean, with all those minions under tower, like, there's, like, no way that they're going to be able to... Another hook!
Ooh, nice root. Kinetic of Xanadu getting a nice hit off right there, but not enough damage coming out from the side of FOF in order to actually be able to take any real aggression in this lane.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Like, this Bo's Thresh is actually terrifying.
It is devastating, to say the least. All right, and it looks like right here we have Wolf in the bot lane. Run! Oh no, he was walking right into R2D289. R2D289 trying to get off as much damage as he can. Isn't quite able to. Has the flash over the wall. That was a great flash into the Baron Pit to escape.
Yeah, that was beautifully done. Because like if that was like a little bit later, he gets tagged by the Urgot ulti, and all of a sudden in a very bad position.
A very bad spot. I do like the amount of wards that have been placed in the top side jungle on the friend or foe side. Ooh, look at that. Kinetic waiting out the hook. Does actually manage to get it. That is a huge Senna ulti. No. Does hit it, but it isn't going to be enough damage. It's not enough coming out as Broccoli's able to rip right through Kinetic and just take his health bar away.
Oh, but
Broccoli looking to get the kill. Isn't quite able to. Woof using that movement speed. Misses the ulti. Does manage to get the fear and the chomp off, though. In the meantime, though, Broccoli's like, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to kill you with my shots. Oh, but he almost got taken down himself.
Oh, R2D2.
R2D2 taking a fight. He just knows what he's doing. Evolve Noob put on the ropes as he's getting chased down by the bear. And the shutdown gold goes over to R2D289.
Yeah, this is Volibear's. Oh my god, it's just so much damage coming out while so tanky. And there's just nothing that Urgot can do.
Unfortunately not. Let's go ahead and do a quick scoreboard check-in as we are now at 24 kills and 11 minutes.
24 kills, 11 minutes in. Zed has KP on 8 kills. Asim has died once.
Yep, and he has the best CS score.
Just like their record. Please do not contest this. Please do not.
They are contesting it because friend or foe knows no fear. They are going in on He Who Slops. They know how much shutdown gold he has. He has to flash over the wall to get to the lantern. Woof though is like, no I want my dinner. Come back. And he tries to chase this down. Oh, look at that hook dodge.
If that hook managed to hit, I would have cried. I would have broken down and cried. They are still
chasing this. No way. Explode is looking for an angle. The lantern has been used to pull Kenny Hammerspike in. The hook comes out, does manage to hit Kinetic over the wall. In the meantime, Wolf is on the back line, going for He Who Slops. They're trying to get it. They do manage to pick up the kill and get the shutdown. In the meantime, Kenny just gets the death mark off and takes him down, gets a double kill. Kale comes over and cleans it up. Bow Explode is caught. He has to flash over the wall to escape. Oh my goodness. We have the ulti for the Warwick. It's not over. He's chasing this down. He's going for it. Oh, but he hit the minion. Oh, so close. The kill ulti comes down though. This fight is not over yet. Asen looking for this, hitting Broccoli from under the tower. Jeez Louise, is this game ridiculous. I need to stop talking. I'm going to have an aneurysm.
I don't even have to keep talking. I think I'm still going to have an aneurysm. Oh my god. R2D2?
It's just still going. You got the ulti coming down and the smash as he gets a kill. Oh my goodness. See, this is the beauty of friend or foe, my friends. This is what the staff wants y'all to be playing.
Jumping in and munch.
The Stormcaller just absolutely brings the lightning.
Dear Lord, what is this game?
I do not know if I will have the energy to carry this over.
Oh, that's some damage.
That is a lot of damage. Asim getting ulti, doesn't have ulti, and is going to get completely bursted down by Kenny Hammerspike with no effort.
Flash that level 7. We in there.
We are definitely in there. In the meantime, we have R2D289 over pushing his luck, trying to get this tower plate. Does actually get cut off, gets flayed. He's just dancing under tower. He's just waiting for it. He's like, come on, do what you want. I'm already dead. He's just wasting their time at this point as they get the
gonna take the shutdown.
Oh, that was brilliant. So, from a tactical standpoint, that was actually not a bad idea because he knows that they're going to meme him, so he's just wasting as much of their time up their top lane as possible.
Legitimately optimal.
Legitimately, there's a reason for it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
31 kills.
I honestly want to say I really hate in the trees for banning the Ivern
Yeah.
Because that means we don't have the Ivern Rengar bot lane, which would have made this bot lane absolutely spicy as all get out, because we've already had ridiculous plays coming out from top, mid, and bot and jungle.
Oh
bot
my
lane is the
God.
only one that's normal. What are these hooks? What kind of scripts
you a
is Broccoli running? I do not understand. There is so much damage coming out. Broccoli getting a huge amount of kills. That was a good dodge. Just by running. Good walk away. We do have the flash coming out, though. We have Raptor using the cone to get away from the hook and surviving.
At this point, like, can someone like double check Bo's house or something like that? Are we sure that this isn't Brian Sang?
We do need to double check that. Ooh, look at that. We have He Who Slaps hitting a minion and having to flash in order to get the actual kick off. Doesn't actually hit too well. What is... Oh, Brock Lee taking a lot of damage as he tries to get around behind Raptor. Raptor choosing not to chase, though. And in the meantime, we do have evolved new. I love R2D2. He's basically just walking around like, hey, yeah, you want to kill me? Come get me. Come get me. Come get the bear.
Yeah? Okay,
Look at this. We have the solo kill coming out. Oh, the fear doesn't come out quite quick enough. Brock Lee taking a lot of damage from Wolf, who just comes in and chomps him down. Urgot doing this. Look at that. The ulti, the split decision making, going for the target. He thinks he can kill and does actually get it. Wolf's decision making, that was beautiful call, avoiding the Urgot. Urgot trying to stay alive, but he gets taken down. What was that?
Look at the INT! Look at the mash! What was that? So all of this starts with Broccoli and Raptor going for a trade. Like, you know, Raptor knows that his jungler's coming. He's just gonna look to get as much damage down as he can. And Broccoli already knows he's dead. So, you know, he's gonna die here, but he's gonna try to pump out as much damage as possible. Now Bo walks up a little too close. And all of a sudden, Wolf is directly on top of him, making use of that Warwick pick.
Oh man, that was beautiful. That was very much a situation of Urgot's like, ha, now you're fighting me, and Warwick's like, no, I'm eating Thresh. And he just turns around and goes for the other target. That is great map awareness and just knowing it's like, hey, I can't kill the Urgot. If I stay and fight him, I'm gonna die.
And now Asim is scaling up. You know, level 6, he becomes a champion. Level 11, he's going to become a decent champion. And once level 16 comes around, we all know what happens.
He is prioritizing the Zhonya's Hourglass over his damage for right now. So obviously he's going for the survivability, trying just to avoid giving up as many kills as possible. He's only died twice, which the only one who's even close to that is going to be Volibear.
Oh, level 11.
Look, level 11, he actually made it. Does start getting his damage out.
Boy.
Look at that exalted wave smash, and it's just tearing through Zed. In the meantime, in the bot lane, we have what's going on as normal. He Who Slaps taking down Kinetic, and we're going to have the cleanup as they're going in. A Raptor kick does come off. Raptor does manage to get the kill. Does manage to get taken down as He Who Slaps shreds right through him. It was just too tanky.
Dear Lord. R2D2 just going to be chilling in top lane. Is that Herald?
That is Herald. Oh, that is Herald on him right now. I do want to point out as well that BBZ or FOF has managed to get... Oh, look at the damage! He knows he can kill him! Oh, the shutdown going over to the kill!
And importantly, that was completely solo kill. Zero is just going over to Wolf.
That was a solo kill. And look at this! We have He Who Slaps! He's actually... Oh! He was hitting the dragon instead of the Lee Sin. This is why you use target champion only when you're trying to click on someone underneath an objective.
Can they do this?
I don't know. We have the hook come out as Wolf does not hit Kinetic, the target he was looking for.
Now
that is a lot of damage going out onto Bo Explode. Bo Explode's going to get bursted down and get taken out. Wolf is on a rampage. He doesn't have ulti at the moment, but with the Warwick cooldown, it's very slow. Evolve Noob did TP down in order to join this fight, and he just gets absolutely shredded for his trouble while the Herald gets dropped in the top lane. Zed is trying to contest that. It's like, I don't know what is happening right now. I feel like this is just it was dropped in mid lane. He dropped it in the jungle.
Huh.
That was smart. Look at this. We got the... I think I know who's calling the shots. I think we know who's calling the shots. I think this is Asim. Like, look, I can't afford to look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all better listen to me.
I mean, I remember exactly what Asim said before the game started. Mechanically, terrible. Macros gotta be on point, though.
Yep, so they were ready for this. They knew what was coming.
Oh
Wolf was
my
going in
God.
on the back line. Look at the splitting. They've got Bow Explode trapped in the middle, but there's just too much damage coming out from the side of INT. That was not a fight that they wanted, especially now that there's 4 bot side. Two in the mid lane. They're going in on Evolve Noob. Evolve Noob does manage to jump away, avoiding the stun. Asim is chasing this down while R2 tries to get as much damage off as possible. They are going to be able to get this mid turret, though.
Yeah, but now R2's in position. Oh, boy.
R2's gonna get sniped as he just gets eaten alive by the Urgot chain.
So, while they're around here, Asim goes around. R2 just decides to tank the tower to kill it. And now he's in the health range that he just dies to this. And flashes
That was
in
a little
straight
bit of
line.
a lollipop right there.
I don't know. I think that one is completely acceptable. Meanwhile, Asim...
I'd say that's as acceptable as a Leona project, Project Leona E. That's how acceptable that is. Which is there's a limit. Look at that damage coming out. That is so much shred coming out from the side of INT. That is going to be an easy Baron pickup for them. There's nothing FOF can do to contest. At this point, INT's like, okay, we've played your game for long enough. Now it's time we finish this.
But somehow, FOF are down 10 kills. Only down 2k gold.
So it's like he said, focusing on the macro. We have a TP coming in from the Volibear, looking for that engage. We have He Who Slaps jumping on the backline, so that means there's no smite in the Baron pit. Rap Terror is actually doing work, doing so much damage. What is this? And that is going to be a leashed Baron for friend or foe? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh my goodness, that is going to be exactly that.
Just like
Rap Terror
that,
getting sniped though, but is it gonna matter as the whole team just now starts to trickle in? Asim has come on the backline, taking out He Who Slaps one at a time. Oh boy! What a game!
What in the world? Okay, so Lee Sin lands the Sonic Wave. Right here, he should be ulting the Warwick, not into his team, but away from the Baron.
If he hadn't gotten out of the way of that Senna ulti, he would have gone down. And that would have been basically a solo kill by Rap Terror on He Who Slaps. Look at that! Oh, of all the Qs, of all the thresh hooks to miss, that's the one. And then we have a fantastic snipe coming out from the missiles from Kai'Sa. Does manage to actually hit them in the backline. But Asim has reached that point now where Kale is able to do a lot of damage from that initial auto attack before they actually get their stacks off.
Yeah, and that's an Asher's Tooth completed. It's already the Riftmaker being worked on. This game is actually very much FOF, like, it is in a really good position here.
They are actually in a very good position. I don't know how many folks expected them to be at this point. I knew that it was going to be a very uphill battle right from the beginning, but it looks like that's going to be mid-inhibitor, and I have to wonder what INT is thinking right now.
I'm just bewildered. 1 in 16 bot lane. Up 1k gold.
Yeah, that's this is a game. 29-22. 3 Drakes over for the side of In the Trees. And right now we've got a 4-man death ball of friend or foe catching this wave.
That is a
Wolf is
4,000
walking
gold
alone.
lead.
He might be getting himself caught out here as they do walk behind them. Oh my gosh.
I think they'll be fine.
He Who Slaps walks right into the 4-man team.
Yeah, FOF is fine. They're chilling here.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think.
Senna
oh my
is over
god!
by Dragon Pit. Let's just point that out. We do have Asim getting caught a little bit, but the Kale ulti is going to come down, so it's not going to really matter in the initial fight. But there's just so much health on the side of In the Trees. I can't exactly see what's going on, but I do think that Asim is not down, which means that the entire team is getting absolutely shredded.
What? Going into this, there is a 6k gold lead from bot lane alone. I am confused to say the least.
Yep. It's definitely been a little bit crazy. So look at this. We have the initial catch by He Who Slaps. I feel like that was just a, hey, let's try and get a flank off. They're going to back up. The missed ZE. They have no vision of this entire thing. They have no idea where anybody is. And yet, they just survived the ambush. Oh, man. I couldn't tell what target got hit by the Warwick ulti, but I'm pretty sure it was Zed, which means a lot of the damage from the death mark coming out didn't actually pop off.
Yeah, I love Trin Immortal as much as the next person, but y'all gotta stop with the controversial one at a time strat. Like, honestly, it's doing so much work in this game, but not for your team.
Yep, it's getting kind of crazy, and that's going to be an Infernal Drake pickup. I don't think this is going to be a soul game. This is just going to be a soul prevention game. So they're just going to take that right there. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked.
At this point, I do not know what is going to happen. I'm just going to close my eyes and allow this game to wash over me. Because nothing makes sense.
Well, okay, so there is two things that need to be pointed out, and we need to look at the stacks for Senna. So Senna and Kale have both come online at this point, and I think it's a situation of, yeah, so we've got 87 stacks on Senna. That's a decent amount, so they're basically
should be at 100, but...
Should be at 100, but with the number... Should be at 100 with 6 deaths?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, ideally, when you want the game to be, like, really online...
Oh no, poor Kinetic getting caught out in the mid lane. That is just an absolutely popped karma. Look at this.
I don't understand. INT walks up, they see Kinetic, and then there's like, you insulted my mother like 3 years ago. I need to fight you to regain my honor. And Kinetic just instantly pops. In the meanwhile, we have... Yeah, we have Woof Woof fighting Urgot by himself. We have the rest of the team FOF in the mid lane, just absolutely shredding in the trees. Asim doing so much damage on this Kale. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely Woof Woof
monstrous.
Is 17, 6, and 7. 24 out of the 31 kills on his team, and we have 62 kills in 25 minutes. 63. What?
And that, my friends, is going to be an ace, and they're going to be a win for the Friend or Foe staff. In the Trees did not lose this game on purpose in order to stay in the tournament. I'm going to make that point right now.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, unfortunately, Friend or Foe loses their 6-9 record here. So who's the real loser?
Unfortunately, Friend or Foe does lose the 6-9 record, but I feel like to basically just kind of come in and be like, hey guys, how's it going? We like that you've been playing in our tournament, but we're bored with doing all of the work. We need a punching bag.
Woof Woof, Woof Woof, before the match started, Woof Woof said, hey, can I play Warwick? And sounded really excited. Dear Lord, did they make it work?
They do, and I feel like In the Trees is telling us exactly how they feel with their damage numbers right there. And so with that, I don't know if we're going to be going to an interview with Friend or Foe. Asim is going to be Asim is going to be the one doing the interview. So it looks like the man has actually cashed the checks his mouth has been writing, and has kind of proven things can go the way that they want. We'll be right back.
Hello, folks. I am joined by the victorious Asim representing the FOF staff. How are you feeling after that big win for the boys?
Oh, that's a big one, man. We finally got to play this exhibition match, and I can't believe we won, but it was a little bit of a draft differential and a little bit of a woof diff.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a woof diff. So this was a bit of an impromptu match that we put together here. Talk to me a little bit about how you folks ended up picking out the champions that you guys had.
So I've been pretty high on Senna for a long time, and I pretty much want to force it in every draft I can. So we started Senna Karma because my support only plays Karma and Morgana, and of the two, I figured Karma's the one that's more useful. And so we just took Senna Karma, and they ran it down, but it didn't matter. So it was okay. And then my jungler told me to take Warwick because he wanted to play the dog, so I gave him the dog on 3. And basically how the draft went. Honestly, when I was drafting, I thought the Elise pick was actually real because they picked Elise on 1, but it turned out to be a Thresh pick they mispicked. So I was drafting as though it was Elise, but it didn't actually end up mattering. And ultimately, I was just trying to force Kayle the entire draft. So I last picked Kayle mid.
Yeah, for for a brief moment, I thought it was like, because Lee top had been played in MSI. I was like, oh, Elise Lee top. Oh, okay, all right. And then I realized that it was Thresh. So yeah,
I was expecting Lee in a solo lane, to be honest, after I saw the Elise, and I never processed that it wasn't solo lane until I saw the Zed pick, and then I was like, oh, okay. So didn't change anything. I still picked Kayle.
Doesn't matter. Picked Kayle. So on that note, you were Kayle in the mid lane against a Zed. I would say not one of her easiest matchups on paper. So how did it feel making your way through this lane matchup and then eventually hitting the vaunted level 11 power spike so that you can hit him from across the lane?
So honestly, I recently got dumpstered by Zed in solo queue playing Kayle mid, and the matchup's really, really bad actually. The only upside you have is that you can R his ult, and that's like kind of it. So I did that whenever I could, but there were a couple times where like I rotated for my team, and then I ended up using ult to try to save someone on the rotation. I didn't have it in lane. I think he killed me once with that, so I died once in the lane as a result of that. And I think I died once to a gank or something, but he wasn't. I mean, I know it's Cunninghammer's play playing mid, so obviously his Zed's probably not going to be that insane, and he wasn't hitting a ton of skill shots. Like a lot of his WQs, he was only hitting one of the Qs, didn't park clutch queued all that often, and I feel like he didn't hit that many skill shots altogether in the lane. There was a little bit of a moment early on in the game. I remember I just like walked past a Q and then emoted him. So like I don't know, it wasn't super hard in the early game. I think it really got hard once Lee Sin started coming mid, but like even with that, it's pretty easy to absorb pressure on Kayle once you're post 6, and it's pretty easy to poke him out if he actually misses stuff, because if he actually misses WQ and his W is down, you can walk up and just trade autos, and once you proc PTA, he actually can't do anything. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the matchup, to be honest. I don't think it's like impossible or unplayable. I just think that it's kind of hard to play if the Zed hits everything.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you described it exactly as the epitome of a skill matchup, and you just outskilled him. So respect there.
Yeah, I'd say it's a Zed favored skill matchup. Although I don't know if I outskilled him necessarily. I guess in the early levels he did kind of get outplayed a couple times, but there weren't like any super huge outskills in the mid lane. I was just basically playing to scale and not die, which I think is winning in that lane. So I think that worked out for us, and that's kind of why we drafted the way we did in a little bit, because we just knew we would, as long as we don't lose super hard early game, then we just scale. And we did lose super hard early game bot lane, and we still scaled. So draft diff.
Yeah, just in case anyone misunderstood, I was making sure everyone is aware that our staff is actually being held back by being on staff, and that every one of us on staff would gap any one of these teams if we were actually in the league. So,
actually, it was actually an every lane differential
skill here.
Yeah, every lane was diffed in that game. I think it was just completely unplayable for them, and we were just all better. I don't know.
What I think is actually hilarious is that we have Kyle coming in, subbing in for the first time in the league, and you might think that the numerical performance was bad from him, but he knew his role perfectly. He was a role player in this. Shouts out to Kyle, and while they were like legitimately. And I mean this, like, seriously, like, they're wasting time chasing this guy around and not letting him reset. And I was just like, you guys just played perfectly. Like, look at them over there chasing Kyle. Like, all right, let's just go jump on them while they're busy kicking Kyle in the teeth. Sorry, buddy, but welcome to playing support and organized play.
Yeah, honestly, once I saw Wolf get like a double kill around bot lane, I kind of thought it was saved because like at that point they're not winning hard enough that it can negate the fact that we skill that hard. And Kyle being like 0 and 12 doesn't actually matter in that game because Karma has such high base values that it doesn't even matter if she has items.
Yeah, it didn't matter at all. He was still useful in many ways, like especially when he was able to caddy for the big dog. Just able to land, like, just the point and click route. You just have to stand near him and click on him with the W. You can't get any more simple and easy to execute than that, and allowed the carries to come through, especially the big dog roaming around. Talk to me about the Wolf diff. Well, what was it like playing with Julian, especially since I can confirm he was pretty ecstatic about trying to get the Warwick in the lounge or the green room when we were putting this together. What was it like playing around with this crazy madman just running up and down the river?
So I guess there's a little bit of background here to mention is that Julian was actually my support in Season 1 of FOF. I was playing ADC for BBZ back then. So I had a decent amount of time playing with him, and it was an interesting lane to play against a lot of the teams that we had back then. But playing jungle was a very different experience. I think he's much more aggressive, and also, honestly, I didn't interact with him this game for like the first 20 minutes. I feel like I just never saw him. I just kept seeing double kill pop up on my screen on bot lane, and like it would just trade back and forth, and my team was just dying bot, and then I'd see him get like a triple kill. So I was like, oh, he's saving the game. And I guess Warwick did actually carry the game. I think like basically he was integral to getting us through the early game to prevent them from just stomping through bot lane. And once you were able to get through the early game using that Warwick's advantage, it was really easy for us. But yeah, I think and Julian on the Warwick's a beast. I don't know. I was kind of just, when he told me to pick him Warwick, I was like, I don't know, man. Warwick's like not super great, but I mean, that was what I think in my head. Out loud, I said, pick the dog. So glad I did.
Trust in the Wolf diff. All right, man. Well, thanks for joining us for this interview, striking a blow for all of us members of the staff. Well played all around, and appreciate INT being good sports about everything. Asim, do you have any final words before we step away to Game 3?
Yeah, I'd like to directly add Evolve Noob. My top laner says you're not good at Urgot. Don't play it.
All right, good. Just, keeping our players on notice. Again, we would gap you any day of the week if we ever decided to get onto the Rift, so don't tempt us. And folks, we'll be right back with Game 3 for the Heroic League.